Hello everyone, welcome to week 9, BCOM 3113. I want to apologize for being late again on my weekly update video here. I was sick earlier this week. There's something going around here in Stillwater, America. So I apologize for that. My voice is still a little iffy. But I wanted to make this video just as a little bit of a walkthrough. If you've looked at the weekly assignments, there's not a lot going on here since you just handed in your big business message portfolio. I will say with that major assignment, it's worth 100 points. There's a ton of documents and you did your persuasive writing at the same time. That's also a lot of documents. So please be patient with me as Austin, your GTA, and I make our way through that material. So it's going to be a couple of weeks at least before we get all those graded. So please just be patient. I also am going to be out of town for most of next week. I'm presenting a paper at a conference in Miami, so it's a tough job. Somebody's got to do it. I am. Hopefully, if I feel better, I'll be in a much better mood about traveling for work. But I'll be a little bit out of pocket next week. So if you email me, just be aware of that. I'll make sure that I announce that again at the beginning of next week. But I may not have time, and you might be seeing a post from me from Florida. So anyway, let's take a look. So the only things you had to do this week were discussion board 3, which is wrapping up our persuasive communication material with Simon Sinek's Start With Why. So this is some good stuff, I think, bookends the section, the unit of the class nicely, and just helps you reflect and think about things that can lead to your future success. So why not get a few points by doing that? The other thing is that there's an extra credit assignment here, chapter 10. So let's take a look at that together real quick. So again, if I go to the assignment, whenever you hit begin, it'll more than likely bring this screen up right here. All right, so this is the power of process. You guys are going to be kind of my guinea pigs. I've not really done it exactly like this before with Connect. But the idea here is that you have the different phases of writing: planning, drafting, and revising. And each one has some questions for you to answer. All right, so if you click the close button, it closes the process view, and then instead you see the prompt. So here's a simple little prompt from chapter 10. Due to budget cutbacks, morale at your company has dropped to an all-time low. It's asking you to brainstorm ideas for improving morale. You come up with a team building idea, and so maybe you're going to spend a little bit of time looking into team building activities that are affordable and cheap, that also can bring people together in the workplace and improve morale. So if you follow the power of process button, click on this view my process here, okay? So you're going to start in the planning phase. It's just going to ask you questions. You answer them. What's my main communication goal for this message? Right? Is to improve morale. Right? To get the company and my boss to buy in. Right? And then you hit save, and that's going to keep it. All right? So then you go to the next one. Who's my audience? So you have to go back to the prompt. Right? Who is my audience? Using research and creativity, come up with a relatively inexpensive, fun activity for enlightening everyone's mood. When you've got all the information you need, write up your ideas in a well-written email proposal that the circle and your bosses will like. So who's the audience? The quality circle and your bosses. All right. So that's all this is. It's basically forcing you to work through the different steps of the writing process, which is different than what most people will do. This is just going to sit down and let it happen. So that's the whole point. You enter your answers, you hit save. It asks you some questions about the drafting process itself. All right, and then when you get to it, right? I'm sorry. It has a reflection element as well. All right, and then you have a review my work, so you can see the different responses that you've got here, and then you just hit submit assignment. All right, so hopefully that helped make a difference in explaining to you what we're looking for there. So it's really kind of less the traditional way of just responding to the prompt and instead working through all the elements of the process. So if you do that and give it your best shot, good chance you're going to earn all those bonus points. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I hope you guys that are on campus get to enjoy a day off with fall break. The rest of us will be working, I'm sure. So again, get to work and let me know if you need anything. Thanks.